Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy Beaky, and a little impromptu video here talking about DRM-free games, Ubisoft's whole entire drama with Assassin's Creed Liberation, and the Steam Deck. Because right now, with the Steam Deck, I'm playing royalty-free games like Metal Slug 3, Fell Slave. These are games that I own. I have the EXE, and I could launch outside of Steam or GOG or any other platform that I was able to buy it on. Humble Bundle. I could take that game, put that game onto a USB stick, play it on some random console that could play EXEs and has Windows. I could put it on the Steam Deck and play through the experimental mode on the Steam Deck. I own that game. But with the situation with Ubisoft, with Assassin's Creed Liberation was supposedly going to get delisted later on this year, and players were not going to even be able to play titles that they actually physically owned. Yes, it has been updated. Ubisoft says, no, you're just not going to be able to access the online services and the DLC. It still gives a lot of fright for some gamers. And it made me really think about the Steam Deck truthfully, because the Steam Deck is a console I expect to be around for another 5+ years until another one comes out. And it would be a shame that games that come out in the next 2 to 3 years, with DRM free not being the biggest push for publishers out there. I think it's a big mistake. I think many gamers would actually be willing to spend more money for these games to know that they'll have long-term access to their title, and it would dissuade people from going ahead and downloading it from third-party sites. But right now, having people have afraid that they're going to lose access to their titles, their DLC, their saves, or whatever it might be, because everything's becoming cloud access. You have to ping back to some server to know that yes, you still have access to this game, especially with the Steam Deck for me personally, because with the Steam Deck, there's an offline mode. You can play your games offline for quite some time. It is a handheld console. And for me, the fact that I have these games that are DRM free, I will never have to worry about going online with my Steam account to verify that I own those games and play them. But for some other titles, at some point or another, I'm going to have to hit back online, connect back to the server to say like, oh, I still own a license to this game. So if developers were willing to let us, well, basically say like, hey, we want to get the, maybe, I'm honestly, this is me, a $5 more expensive version to get the DRM free version, or just get the normal edition that has to ping back to the server. I'm a gamer that would be willing to spend the money for this. I think a lot of people will be willing to spend money to have something in the long run forever, rather than have to worry about some server in the back end or some company going out of business and can't operate the server and have to ping back to make sure that you still own your copy of Assassin's Creed or whatever game it might be. So that's just my quick take on it, guys. I hope developers don't neglect DRM-free games in the next coming digital. You know, with everything going on right now, everything's moving more digital, more like you own a license of stuff. You are renting your games rather than you're actually owning these games that you download from these stores. So hopefully GOG, Humble Bundle, the selection on Steam that are DRM free keeps on growing, itch.io. But I still feel like most of the big publishers don't want you to actually own your games. They want you to basically be able to rent the game so they could take it away from you eventually, or take away some aspect of that game from you, so you have to buy the new HD remaster next 4th-gen 8K version that has the updated multiplayer and everything else, and the old titles inaccessible. Not the way I want to go about things, guys, personally here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Quick impromptu discussion. I think the Steam Deck is a really prime example of why you want to have your games in perpetuity and be able to access them offline. And DRM free is one of the ways to do that. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.